Throughout my life, I've learned a lot. I've learned from family, from friends, from the jackass at the grocery store. But the one place I've learned the most has not been in schools or in classrooms or even the shop I work in. It has been on the back of, next to, around, or hell, maybe even underneath a horse. Horses have taught me to be cautious yet confident. They have taught me cooperation and to be flexible. And most importantly, they have taught me sacrifice. When I was 4 years old, I started riding horses. And at 8, I competitively started showing. At the age of 13, I started rodeo, and I am currently training my next rodeo horse. I have owned 5 horses in the last 16 years or so. Some lasted longer than others, but these 5 horses have taught me not to judge a book by its cover, and they've taught me to be cautious. To always be on edge and pay attention to my surroundings, because if I'm not paying attention to where I'm doing something or what I'm doing, either myself or somebody else could get severely injured from a horse. But they've also taught me to be confident in what I do. Some might say even a little cocky. This is because the last rodeo horse that I owned knew when I was on edge or when I was doubting a run. One day I was out of my head. I wasn't thinking straight. And my horse could tell. We went into the arena and not only blew the run entirely, but I also broke 6 bones that day. 5 ribs in my ankle to be exact. And that day I remember like my 18th birthday. I hit the dirt. My dad jumped the fence and ran into me. My best friend without a blink jumped the fence too, but she didn't run to me. She ran to my horse and checked on him. My dad asked if I was okay. The only thing out of my mouth was, "How is Mo?" Somewhere in all the confusion, my dad had grabbed my hat that flew off my head. He put it back on my head and said, "Kara has him. Now cowboy up and get on your feet and walk out of this arena." Ever since that day when I get on a horse, I clear my mind. I know exactly what I want to do and what I need to do. Because a horse knows how you're feeling. Because of this, they have taught me confidence. Now, my newest horse, Maverick, is the first horse I've ever trained from scratch. He's a 6-year-old Mustang who knew nothing when I bought him. He has taught me so much. He has taught me cooperation more than any other horse I've owned and how to be flexible and roll with punches. And like I said, when I bought Maverick, he knew nothing. Throughout his training, I've learned that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't expect them to drink. Meaning I can show him how to do something 100 times, but he still doesn't understand it. This has taught me to be flexible, to change the way I do things for the day. So maybe he will understand what I'm trying and what I'm asking. He has also taught me to be flexible because of this. Sometimes he just doesn't want to do what I'm asking. For instance, if I want to go right and all he wants to do is go left, my only option is to go left. To be flexible in what I want to do and go left instead of going right. But when I do this, you have to give him a twist. He wants to go left, so we're going to go left. We're going to go left 100 times. We're going to do circles for days until he realizes that maybe the easier thing would have been to go right. That might be because I'm a little stubborn, though. But this also has taught me cooperation. I don't normally like working with other people. Like I said, I'm a bit stubborn. But he has taught me to cooperate with him to do things his way as well as my way. Some would say to maybe reach the middle ground. Over my years of riding, I have sacrificed so much. I have sacrificed weekends with my family to make a rodeo. Hell, I've missed dates with my girlfriend just to go out and ride my own horse. I've sacrificed my own body to win rodeos, actually. Remember how I was telling you about the day I broke 6 bones? That was my first run of the day. I wrapped my ankle up, got back on my horse, and went on another run. After 4 more runs for the day, I placed second and won $3,000. Now, horses have taught me that if you love what you do, you'll sacrifice anything. During my 16 years of riding horses, I've learned to be cautious, to be confident, how to cooperate and be flexible. But most importantly, they have taught me that if you love what you do, you'll sacrifice almost anything you can. Thank you.